Okay, that should be my coordinates where I'm at. It says position. And where I got my thing sitting on my seat right here. I want to show you where I'm at here. I'm going to go into focus here. Come on. See my tripod. There's where my GPS is sitting on my chair. Tripod's here. And what I want to do to make sure that I'm actually getting the right coordinates is I'm going to hit mark and then enter, and that'll give me my coordinates where I'm at here. That's the location of Pine Island. And again, I want to show you that I got my come on here. Jeez. Water right here. Let me show you. I mean, it just shit 6 inches off the seawall. Plus my leg is 6 inches down. I don't have my tripod extended all the way up. I'm going to try to keep it steady. There's a little breeze out here. Just to show you that I'm at Pine Island. Let's show you a little circular roundabout path here. And there we go. And then there's a couple other things I have to do with my other phone. I want to show you the tides. Alright, so hang on here. Alright, shit, you can't even see this. Well, there's the time. Yeah, I was trying to show the time. Turn it back on again. Try to show you the tides, where it's at. There's the time of day. There's the tides. I hope I can see this. See where it's at. There's a low tide, and there's the high tides. Alright. Another thing I wanted to do is try to show you the compass. Can't get my phone too close to it because it throws it all off. Another thing I wanted to do is try to show you the compass. Can't get my phone too close to it because it throws it all off. Let me turn it to north here. Okay, I got it on north. And I don't know if you can see it or not. But I'm I'm zoomed out here to about 200 degrees, 210, somewhere in that area, towards the Hernando Beach Islands. You can barely see them out there. And again, my camera is not that high. shoot, 3-4 feet. I'll measure it, but I gotta subtract the seawall there too. Like I said, the water's actually almost up over this seawall. I hope it don't come up that high because it's still coming in. If it does, I might have to move. Hopefully I don't, or I won't have to. But we'll see. Like I said, I don't know if you can see the water here, but it's real close to the edge here. I mean, it's, ooh, with the waves, it's almost coming up over. So I may have to move back. Alright, now I'm going to get the filming. Turn it north here. I got it up north. But I'm zoomed out here to about 200 degrees, 210, somewhere in that area, towards the Hernando Beach Islands. You barely see them out there. And again, my camera is not that high. Shoot, 3-4 feet. I'll measure it, but I gotta subtract the seawall there too. Like I said, the water's actually almost up over this seawall. I hope it don't come up that high because it's still coming in. If it does, I might have to move. Hopefully I don't, or I won't have to. But we'll see. Like I said, you can see the water here, but it's real close to the edge here. It's almost coming up over. So I may have to move back. Alright, well, I'm going to get the filming. So I want to show you, the water actually is coming over this seawall. A couple of places here it just spilled over. So I am going to move back and get a little bit off this wall, but you can see here, not much difference between there and here. I just don't want water splashing over into my camera or on my tripod. Actually, I want to show you, the water actually is coming over this seawall. Places here just spilled over, so I am going to move back and get a little bit off this wall, but as you can see here, there's not much difference between there and here. I just don't want water splashing over it into my camera or on my tripod. Dang, I wish it wasn't windy again. It's on manual focus. Let me restart it. Put on manual focus here.
No one's gonna fight anybody. I don't care what y'all do. I don't care. I don't care if you hate her. I don't care if you hate her. I don't care if you hate me anymore. I'm done. I'm tired of it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of everybody fucking dictating me. I don't have a problem doing what you do, whatever you do. That's fine, dandy. I'm just done. I'm fucking done. I'm just gonna disappear and nobody's gonna have to fucking worry on that or what I'm doing. Well, it's the way you make it work when you want to make it work. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Wow.
No, I didn't. I'm done. I don't have a problem. You did what you had to do. You threw her out, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. But the whole thing, if you go back to Kim, that's I'm done with that. You do whatever you find necessary. Kim told us you're coming back Sunday.
Back on just a little bit here.
So you do whatever you find necessary. I just told you you're going to go. No one's down your throat. I haven't done nothing to go down your throat. I just told you if you go back to her after this, I'm not doing this no more. And I'm not. You make a choice, you made a choice. I'm not playing grandpa, I'm not playing none of that shit. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not making the choice. You are. You are, because she's not coming back to my house. You've given it to me many times before. You've let me know from the very beginning, Ryan. Both of you.
Here, let me just back out here for a minute.
Yeah, mine's not like yours. We don't have cops coming to the house every fucking night. We don't have bullshit going on, Ryan. Ryan, look, you do what you gotta do, son. I've been there for you. I've done everything I can do for you. I help you. I'm not bringing decisions. You brought decisions into my house when you came to me saying you've thrown out your own goddamn house before. Don't give me that, Brian. You brought this into me. I didn't bring this to you. I didn't make no decisions for you. I told you, if you're going to leave this time, we're not doing this again because I'm not coming back to do this again. never told you I wouldn't see you again. I told you you're not bringing her back to my house. I don't like what she does. I don't like what she says. I don't like her manipulative lies. None of it. She does everything, Ryan. She's a conniving bitch. Well, hate her guts too. Then get out of her house. Go ahead. Call Diana whatever you want to call her. Get out of the house. Make it great. I don't give a shit. You don't got to listen to me from no more. You don't have to listen to nothing from me no more. Okay.
There we go.
Fight with nobody. The other one. You're racking them up today, bud.
Might be able to stabilize it a little bit.
Wow, why don't you step down log over there? Right there.
Lovely people, though.
I do a boat here. Come on, let's go. was with Serena, and Serena and him both did this. But that's got nothing to do with it, Kirsten. Hunter has no desire for Kim. Hunter likes Serena. We've known this for a long time. What does that got to do with the little shit, Kirsten? The little shit is that your brother's going back to Kim. Why doesn't he put Kim back? So you're good with it. Well, I'm not trying to control him. I just told him that she's not coming back to bite. That I can control. But I'm not. That's the problem. I'm not. I don't want her there. She's conniving, she's lying, manipulative, and I'm not doing it. He literally called me and told me about her, and then he told me, okay, I didn't know if I could call you. I didn't want to call back home. And then she turned around and told me what Ryan did to her. No, he drugged her and Serena out of the house, but Kim made it sound like there was a big old fight going on. Austin told me everything that Alicia told Alicia, and her and Ryan had a brawl. But Kim texted Diana and made it sound like what picture? What did she post? What did they post? And that's exactly what I just said. And they did. I get that. And I don't have a problem with it. You might as well just come to Michigan because last night I told him if you go out there and get in a fight and Kim calls the cops on you and you go to jail, you're not going to get your good job. So if he wants to come home that bad, maybe he should go back to Michigan. Maybe you should go back to Michigan. That's what you want so bad. Got him so upset in a fight. I've done everything I can do to try to help. I've given him everything. I've paid bills for him. I've done everything. And all I get is shit on. All I get is cold. I'm just tired of being this bad point of everything.
So we'll see down there. I don't mind standing there a little bit, but I don't want to get all my shit completely wet.
How am I supposed to stay out of his life when
I think I'm going to be sitting in water here soon. Seeking and finding its own level. there's where I'm at. And it's going to fill in this corner right here. I might have to move. Man, I don't want to, but I might have to. So, that's going to suck. And we'll be sitting in water here. And we'll see how it works. I don't mind standing in a little bit, but I don't want to get all my shit completely wet. Here it comes. Shit. Yep, there's no doubt I'm going to be standing in water here soon. I'm already in water. Huh. I'm just going to have to make sure I wash my tripod off the feet real good. And I might have to take my socks and shoes off. Interesting. Seeking and finding its own level. Yep, take my shoes off. Socks and shoes.
He comes calling to me to help him, or he's got the cops coming to his house, or he's got nowhere to live, he got thrown out of his own apartment. What am I supposed to do? Tell him tough shit? Well, that's what I'm at. I'm at that some point. That's what I'm doing right now. That's why I told him, you take her back, son. Said, that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. He's saying, well, you didn't have to back on him.
I'm already. Huh. I'm just going to have to make sure I wash my tripod off the feet real good. And I might have to take my socks and shoes off. Interesting. Seeking and finding its own level.
She told me,
Take my shoes off.
I haven't heard nothing about any of it more, but regardless. And she said, but we're going to go to his mother, and then he's coming home with me. And I didn't say nothing more.
I was probably throwing my tripod all off and everything. Filling me in. Just hope you don't throw that thing right here and splatter my camera lens with water. Alright, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, man, trying to get bait in this deep of water. Usually it's great right now on a low tide. All the bait fish are right up in here. Oh yeah. Wow, this even changed my my focus on my camera here. My cooler's about ready to float away.
I don't want him to make it uncomfortable in my house that I have to live in. That I don't want. But I don't want him going there.
Well, I am in water. I can't believe my focus got all out of whack too. If that tide's coming in. Isn't that crazy? Holy shit, people, you wouldn't believe it if I showed you. But I'm going to film it with my cell phone. Yep, I am in water. Yep, I am in water. Real quick now. Look at this. Tide's high. Come right up over the seawall over there. And it's all filling me in. It even changed my my focus on my camera as it got higher. I gotta watch out that I don't get my camera bag here wet. I don't need that wet. It's got my little GoPros and stuff in it, but just wanted to show you this, how it's seeking its own level. This is the low corner, so it's it's all filling in. Water, real quick now. Look at this. Tide's high. Come right up over the seawall over there, and it's all filling me in. It even changed my
I'm not afraid to admit them. I have anger issues. I use myself for whatever.
seeking its own level. This is the low corner.
Kill them all. Yeah, I made messes. But even the messes I made, you still blame him.
All filling in.
Even Mom knows it's not all his fault.
No, actually not. No, I'm not waiting for no dolphins. They're not going to be up in here with this high tide. Yep. Research. I'm just hoping I didn't ruin my remote. It landed in the water. Miraging, mirroring. So I'm zoomed out on these boats way out there by Hernando Beach. This has got like 125 times zoom on it.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's 5 miles away. And I'd say my camera is really less than 4 feet.
Wow. Everybody quarantine on their boats?
Really can't tell because it's so, it's really hard to determine on this little monitor screen I got.
Well,
I put it on computer at home.
watch your bag too.
Yeah, I was worried about that. Man,
Just put it on your,
that might start floating away, so I'm going to put it right there.
we went out on a pontoon out that way. It's really nice.
Yeah, I can't believe how much this tide came in here, though.
I've never seen it come all the way up the road like this.
Oh, you should have seen it during, we had one real high tide. They called it the super tide or something. What was it, last year? Anyhow, all of this was underwater. At Bayport, it was coming over the seawall at Bayport.
That storm that wasn't a hurricane, that was.
Right. And that's what I said it was more. It was more from that storm than it was from, you know, some super high tide. But they you know, wanted to claim that it was due to some special event.
Well, then people, you know, the insurance companies, it's all a game.
You know, you're right. Wow. I wasn't going to bring that up, but now that you did, you're right.
How come it's told so much about how she don't like her any more than I do?
They're not gonna. Not until they get like $400 million now that they found an old ship off the pier, the fishing pier. There's supposedly some old ship there that's from World War I or World War II, I think.
Off of Bayport?
Yep. And now they say, oh, you know, we can't rebuild that unless we got way more money, like 4 times the amount of money that they were originally going to spend on fixing it.
We fixed this.
Yeah, but there ain't an old ship here. And what are they going to do? Raise the ship up and it'll just disintegrate?
Oh, we don't. I don't know where that's
You know?
All these years, they just found it?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a bunch of crap too.
Well, you go over there and read them signs in that second part, you know, where they got the big aluminum thing. You read the sign, oh, when first humans came here, before humans, and, you know, you read that and you're like, man, did you evolve from a monkey? I didn't.
How did you get there?
I don't think I evolved from no monkey. I'm not a, you know, big-time religious person, but I think this whole place was created for us. You know, is there...
I believe in evolution, but not from a monkey either.
Yeah, I just can't see how...
The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that's like, to me, that's like, who was here to say that it really happened? A scientist that's more educated than me is going to tell me this? Yeah, you're just more brainwashed than I am, sir. I'll use my common senses over what a scientist tells me. They say that a man, this is science now, a man standing 6 foot tall on the shoreline can only see 3.5 miles out. Right? Well, how come I can see boats out 5.5 miles and I'm not even 6 feet? Because it's all based on, you know, basically that was all assumed and given us to us as a theory only because they didn't have zoom cameras back then. Now with people with these zoom cameras, ships that are supposed to gone over the curve, I zoom out the boats from Bayport 6 feet up, I get them out 11, 12 miles on a good, clear, visible day. But when you have all the humidity in the air, what is humidity? It's water, right? What does water do? It magnifies things. So what happens is you get a magnification and it literally actually will cut you off from the horizon. That's why I say I do my own research. I do long observations and I decide for myself and not from a belief from some scientist that's going to tell me that.
You sound like a very educated man.
Well, you know, refraction is not causing things to get lifted up from behind the curve and laid out straight and flat in front of me. It just ain't gonna happen. I mean, I've asked people to prove it to me by taking a basketball and putting something on it and just rolling it just where it goes behind it, where you can't see it. Let's put a camera on it and videotape it and show me that it's gonna pop up from behind that curvature of the basketball. Nobody ever can. Because you can't, it just don't happen. But you ever been in a fun house? where they have the funhouse mirrors?
Yes.
And you know how sometimes you're compressed, short, and squatty,
Yes.
and then sometimes you're stretched out with half your body missing?
Yeah.
That's what miraging does. It causes optical illusions. It causes you not to be able to see. It obscures your vision. It gives you this optical illusion. Same reason why magicians use smoke and mirrors, right? It's all an illusion, and then people are sitting there scratching their head. Oh, how did he do that? It doesn't matter how he did it. He fooled you, is what he did. And that's what Mother Nature does, is can fool us. It's...
You explain it very well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad. A lot of times people kind of misunderstand me or don't really get my point.
I get it.
And my focus keeps changing as this water keeps coming up, so I have to refocus my...
Well, is that because of the refraction also?
Yeah, light refracts up, not objects.
Right.
Objects don't pop up from behind the curve. The light actually reflects up and causes a blockage, an obscurity to your vision.
Okay, and where does the curve comes from? What?
Optical illusion. Like you see the sun, it looks like it's setting.
Yeah.
Well, you know what convergence is? If you got two parallel lines running above each other, and you're looking down, and you get close to the bottom one, the top line will converge into the bottom line.
Okay.
Okay? Now think of having a ceiling and a floor, and it's real long, and you get down to the floor like a bug, right? And you look along the floor. Well, the ceiling will eventually come down to the floor.
Right.
Can you see past that?
All right, so that's convergent.
Right, that's convergence. You cannot see past that convergence point. So when the sun, right now it's here, right, and it go up here, and then it'll start looking like it's falling, just like that string line will look like it's falling into the floor. And because we're so short, it's going to look like it hits the floor.
Yeah.
But it's really not. It's still parallel to us. It's just an optical illusion.
Yes.
Again, a convergence, and you can't see past the convergence point. It's the vanishing point. And people say, well, why doesn't it change size, right? Well, the reason it doesn't change size is because of all the humidity in the air magnifies it, and it keeps it magnified as it goes further and further away from us. So we don't really see it as getting smaller, but in all reality, it actually is getting smaller. It's just that it's getting magnified as it gets farther away because there's more humidity as it gets further away. So it causes more of a enlargement.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And that's what I say. What makes sense to me is how I look at things instead of a belief system. We're given a belief system that we have to believe. If you don't believe in certain things, then you're mocked and ridiculed, right? And because you don't want to be mocked and ridiculed, you go along with the rest of the pack.
Yeah, no, I don't. I never have.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I used to all the time. Oh yeah, gotta stay with everybody because I don't want to be made fun of. But now as an adult, I start looking back on some of the stuff that I was taught, even history. How do we know our history was actually correct? I mean, some guy wrote a book, so we're just getting his point of view of history and not really what true history was.
Well, there's dolphin right there.
They might even come right up in here.
There's a lot of bait fish. He was right by the sign.
Yesterday, they were out here and the water was so shallow. He was forcing himself through the shallow water.
There's right now I can see 4 of them. I love dolphins. Right by that sign.
Oh yeah, I will stop and film them sometimes just to.
That makes my day. When I look right there, look.
Yeah.
And then there's another 3 over there.
I've filmed them out when the miraging was real bad, way out on the horizon, and you can see the visible water line, right? And the dolphin will come up past it and looks like he comes up out of the sky.
Yeah.
Why? Because on our angle, what is once that water becomes a mirror past that visible water line, what does it do? It reflects, right? So we're looking at a reflection of the sky. From an angle too, because you got to realize it's deflecting our view upward, up and past. But I got boats too that look like they're flying in the air. Their boats don't fly in the air.
No.
I mean, even an airboat ain't flying in the air.
Any day I see a dolphin is a good day. Look.
I like seeing the baby dolphins.
Yeah. There's a baby dolphin in fact. It's a little fun.
Yeah, that's what I like seeing. I like seeing the little babies.
You're gonna laugh at me, but I think I was a mermaid in my previous life.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Look.
Oh, yeah,
I
you
have
got a mermaid.
all mermaids in my house. I swam with the dolphins.
You like the water then?
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. They're such beautiful animals.
I do too. Usually I'm out fishing. But I got into filming, and it's become a passion. It became a passion because not only do I use it for, you know, my own personal research, but I use it for many things. I got over at Jenkins Creek,
Yeah, I know.
up on the observation tower, there was a mama manatee and a little baby manatee, and she had it like up against the bank, protecting it. And I was, from up above, I was able to zoom down and get really a nice videotape of it. And Mama would come up and get a breath of fresh air, and the baby would come up right behind her. You know, it was like she was teaching her how to breathe in the water, and it was really cool to watch. I actually posted it on YouTube.
It's probably going to come up over there.
Oh, come on, wind.
Wow.
Stop blowing now. That's the only thing I don't like, is the wind's blowing and blowing my camera around.
There's a baby one in that group. The other two should come up.
You know what's cool though is they actually work as a team.
Oh yeah.
And they herd up all the mullet into a circle, and then they come in and I was over by that island one time in my boat, and the dolphins were feeding, and the one dolphin went on its back and was swimming on its back with his mouth open, and the mullet were just jumping in its mouth. It was the coolest thing you ever seen too, you know, because it was just like kicking back nonchalantly, sucking up the mullet.
It broke my heart, that red tide. They found upwards of 25 dead dolphins.
Yeah, that. I don't know. You know, they say it's natural, but
No, a lot of people say it's from the.
I mean, you've heard of Greenpeace, right?
Watchachobe River, and they opened the dam or something. I'm not literate, but I hear different things.
Yeah.
And I think it needs to be investigated more. I think it's human.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Greenpeace catches these people that are supposed to be depositing stuff, you know, disposal of chemicals and crap, and what do? They put it on a boat and they take it out way out into the Gulf or out into the water, and they dump it.
Yeah, they're feeding.
In 55-gallon drums, you know, so those 55-gallon drums are only going to last so long before they break open, and then anything in its path, and that stuff might stay together and just float around in big globs and create what we call red tide.
It disturbs the natural flora. Oh, look. They're jumping all around. I love it. Wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, I wonder if I can get it with my cell phone. Oh, yeah, they are jumping out of the water. It even looked like the little baby just jumped out.
Yeah, there's another one over there, so he may be pushing them over that way. Like you said, they work as a herd because you got the other two over here, and they may be making them go towards them. There's another one over there, so he may be pushing them over that way. Like you said, they work as a herd because you got the other two over here, and they may be making them go towards them. I don't have a good zoom on my camera.
I can only zoom so far, and then it gets all, you know, crappy looking, all the pixels.
Yeah, there's a baby right there. Yep. There's three groups. There, and then there's one over here.
Well, you know what I hate sometimes is all the people go flocking out there to them, and it's like, leave them alone.
Do you know, my husband and I were out.
I mean, if they come up to you, that's one thing, but, you know.
We were actually out in the water where the grassy part meets, and the dolphins came up. There's about 4 of them, from me to you.
And that's cool. That's cool.
You know?
You weren't chasing them down, though. No. They came right up to you.
No.
Because they're curious, and, you know, they actually think that they're going to protect you from sharks.
That's right. Like when we go down to, what do you call it? Honeymoon Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. When they're out, I'll go in the water. I don't have a good zoom on my camera.
I can only zoom so far, and then it gets all, you know, crappy looking, all the pixels.
Yeah, there's a baby right there. Yeah, yep. There's 3 groups. There, and then there's one over here.
Well, you know what I hate sometimes is all the people go flocking out there to them, and it's like, leave them alone.
Do you know, my husband and I were out.
I mean, if they come up to you, that's one thing, but, you know.
We were actually out in the water where the grassy part meets, and the dolphins came up. There's about 4 of them, from me to you.
And that's cool. That's cool.
You know?
You weren't chasing them down, though. No. They came right up to you.
No.
Because they're curious, and, you know, they actually think that they're going to protect you from sharks.
That's right. Like when we go down to, what do you call it? Honeymoon Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. When they're out, I'll go in the water. Now
I might zoom.
These goofballs are going to try and go out there.
Yeah, I might try to zoom in on them. If they start feeding real heavy and, you know, do a lot of jumping, I might zoom out to them and see if I can't get a nice little video of them.
Right there.
I like you said, I like seeing them jump. When we were down in Sanibel one year, there was one not far off ashore, and it was jumping out of the water doing backflips. It was like it came from you know, SeaWorld. Yeah. And it kept doing it. I mean, it was like all these people are standing there, you know, or just, you know, walking around, and I'm like going, wow, and I got my whole family there, and, you know, I'm like, hey, check this out, and we all started watching it, and then, you know, people were wondering what we were looking at, so then everybody started noticing it.
When one person starts looking, they all start looking.
Yeah.
The baby's by that sign right now. Look how close they are, right there. The baby's right in that group right there.
They're getting closer, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, they were out by that sign. Now they're over here. I'm Debbie, by the way.
I'm David.
David,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, look. They're coming in.
Yeah, I might have to get my...
I just love them. One time my husband was at the Bayport Pier. I think that's what it's called. And he saw 2 manatees, and they were like nose to nose, right under the bridge.
Yeah, I've had them come up right underneath my boat and show me all their scars, roll over and show me all their scars underneath them. And ever since that day when I come out of Weeki Wachee River, yeah, I really watch my P's and Q's on how fast I go. But my boat's actually nice because I got what they call a tunnel hull, and
David, they're right here, right behind this, and the baby's
oh
with
yeah,
them.
yeah. I don't think I can get my camera to swing around.
That was the baby. Did you see it?
Yeah. They are beautiful creatures.
Oh yeah. For my 40th birthday, I had gone on a cruise with my parents.
Wow,
I
look
did
at 'em.
one of those swim with the dolphin things, and in my 40 years, even now at 58, out of all those years in my life, that was the most amazing, special thing ever to me.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and they were rescue dolphins. I don't think they were.
The presence of them being right there is it's exciting. It's exhilarating.
Well, there must be one still out this way because that's not the whole pod.
I think he went out that way. He might be out.
He's right here. Holy shit. Oh, I don't want to get in front of the camera. He's right
You
here.
go behind me and get over there.
He's right here. Right by this caution sign. He's right by the rocks.
Oh, yeah, right up to the shore.
Oh, right here. Look, look, look. To the left, David. He's right there.
Yeah, we're all coming out of here. They were coming over this time.
You see him?
Where?
Right
It's
there.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
I get chills.
Really close. It's in the swimming area. They're coming to say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Come on, come up and breathe. Yeah, right in that direction.
I see it. I see it.
There's the baby with that one. Little tiny fin.
Yeah.
They're screaming. Everybody's so excited. I saw one. I was going to tell this lady saw something out there, and then I saw it. And I was going to tell you when I came back.
The dolphins are leaving.
But she could still see it.
Yeah, wish I'd have backed up and got them when they were closer.
Lady saw it. They're still on. Do they always travel in groups?
I believe there were 7 of them.
Wow.
Because I counted 4 together and then 3 together.
Mom, do you think I can jump down from here?
First, I thought
I did too.
I was thinking of swinging my
There's definitely
camera
a
over.
baby with that girl.
Yeah.
On the other side of that.
Oh, I needed that today. That makes me smile. Where do you live, David?
Well, Brooksville, actually.
Yeah, we do too. Off of Powell.
Okay, I'm off of, in between Sunshine Grove Road and Weeping Willow.
Uh-huh. I know where Sunshine Grove is.
Yeah, got a nice little patch of acreage there.
Nice.
It's only 2.5 acres, but it's enough.
Where's your spot to go fishing? This is the biggest fish we've caught, and then I caught a flounder about this big.
I go out in my boat. I go down to from Arapika all the way to, actually from Hudson to Chassahowiska.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say exactly where I go.
Mm-hmm.
I go everywhere.
Well, we caught, what do they call it? Gar. We don't use gar.
Yeah.
We caught like 4 of those. And we caught, I caught the first fish. I caught a shark, baby shark. Tell you what, that flounder never tasted so good.
Oh yeah, flounder are good eating.
I think it was a flounder. was a nice size, and I'll tell you what, you catch your own fish and eat it, nothing like it.
Nope. That's what I say. I don't eat fish from a hotel or a restaurant or anything. I eat my own. If I can't catch it, I ain't eating it.
Yeah, you wonder about the red tide and stuff, though. I don't know. At least it didn't come up here.
Oh, that is so hard to focus.
Well, it was very nice meeting you.
Yes.
Talking to you.
Yes. Thanks for coming by.
Very interesting. At first I didn't want to bother you, but I like
Oh, I'm
talking
a
to
very
people.
sociable person.
I am too.
I might have to put this on autofocus. Yeah, why don't I do that? Oh, shoot. Oh, still not focusing. Wow. Still ain't getting in focus here. This might be Refraction City here. Alright, I'm going to try again on manual focus. That's a little better. Boat's over in Hernando Beach on the backside. There's a bay there. It's 5.5 miles away, 5 to 6 miles away, 5.5 to 6 miles away. Wow, look at that. Got a good focus this time. High tide is at 12:42 p.m. and it's almost high tide, so to be going out, it's 12:35. 7 more minutes. Look at this. You can see it. That's way out there. Not on that. It's on that little sliver you can hardly see. Here we go. Look at this. You can see it. That's way out there. Not on that. It's on that little sliver you can hardly see. Here we go.
Oh my God. Just stay away from the tripod though, because it's wet and the water's washing it down. Thank you.
I'm taking a picture of
I'm doing video.
something. Water. The water's just fine.
Alright, I'm hot. I'm gonna move that.
Focus in here again. I've been up on this deck behind me. And wasn't able to get a better view on a low tide too at that.
Oh my goodness. That is so awesome. I can't believe I live in the camera. I'm so upset. I could be taking a video right now.
Higher position, lower water. Huh? Look at bait fish in here swimming. See it?
Oh yeah, I see it.
He's swimming up in here. Mm.
He's like, get me out, get me out. Oh,
Jump over the wall. He'll find his way out. It is a baby mullet too.
There we go.
Finger mullet.
He's gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Well.
oh, I'm so happy I came here. Look at him. Wish they were a little bit closer. I wish I had a camera too. That's awesome.
Checking all the flies. Bugs. What are those bugs out there?
They're like on the side of the wall. They're like just like little tiny dots.
Ah, who knows?
You getting the dolphins too?
No, actually, I've been filming boats. Way over by Hernando Beach Islands.
Oh, okay.
So I got 125 times zoom on this.
That was cool. I'm so happy we came here. See? Good idea. Oh, there they are. They're still behind the sign. You hot?
I'm sitting here sweating bullets. You know what? I'm gonna scan the horizon here. Wow. Just look at there. Big old group of boats right there. Redneck Yacht Club. Trying to focus this in is really not that easy. I gotta do something here so we can measure something here. Okay, the only thing I have to measure anything with is my umbrella. Okay, the only thing I have to measure anything with is my umbrella. So I'm gonna stick my umbrella down here by right at the edge of the water and up to the handle. And you can see it's just a little underneath the handle or above the handle. So that's how high I'm off the water. So again, I'm going to step back to show you my tripod. And then we can measure that umbrella later on. And see how high exactly I am off the water. As you can see, this is all filled in with water. And look at this. Here. Look at that. That's just with the cell phone. Them birds ain't but 20 feet away or so. Watch it. Yeah. Yeah. Raise up, see more of the plane. And look at the mirroring clouds and how the farther clouds are stretched out. Look at that. Again, I'm in the water. So I'm gonna stick my umbrella down here by right at the edge of the water and up to the handle, and you can see it's just a little underneath the handle or above the handle, so that's how high I'm off the water. So again, I'm going to step back, show you my tripod, and then we can measure that umbrella later on. See how high exactly I am off the water. As you can see, it's all filled in with water. Again, I'm in the water. I don't know if that came out because of the way I hit my, I didn't stop it. Might have to try to focus it again here. Let me darken up the screen just a tad. Right there. Same thing, look, I mean, you can't focus in on that. Look, these islands are underwater out there now. That's the halfway point going out of Bayport. That's the halfway mark to the Bayport channel marker. And those are the Bayport channel marker. And those are the Hernando Beach channel markers. The thing is there's like 3.5 miles between Bayport and Hernando Beach, and that tiny little sliver right there. Hernando Beach channel markers. And there's the dead tree. Yep. Optical illusion. That sailboat is way, way out there. Optical illusion. They're sitting. See, the further I go out, things are starting to mirage. Getting into that mirror line. I want to get out here to the markers. Bill Watts. Wakes. Going into the convergence. That's all they are, is converging on the horizon. That's what I'm talking about right there. When it's in the mirage zone. Look at that. A jet ski. And behind that wake of the boat. I shouldn't even be able to see that from here at all.
That lady, I had her
text me a picture.
Oh, did you?
Because I have no idea. It was so hard to see, and then my eyeballs, the sun eyeballs were dripping in my eyes.
Hello.
Except it's going to cost $13 per person to get in. And then for the kids, and how long are we going to stay here?
They're not open on the 23rd, you said. Yeah, they're open during the week, but the
Wow.
Buccaneer Bay, the slide is open, but they have the boat, the water boat. They have a little show, and let's drive by it at least. Yeah, get a better idea. I'd rather stay here for a little bit longer.
Just going to swing back around to the other side here. Back to the islands.
Daddy, look at all these.
All kinds of different fish. You were up here, you could see way better. Hundreds of fish. Come up here. Look at all the ones right below you. There's the big
I'm coming.
that was pretty.
Oh, he's short enough. I didn't even see him.
Yeah. I like him to at least pay attention to things like that.
It was all right though.
Appreciate it. Come on, bud.
It's so hard to focus. Yeah, it's starting to mirror. Yep, look at the mirror. Sun's almost directly overhead. Dang it.
more light on it. $11.11. The tide is starting to go out. Actually, when I got my best footage, was at the dead high tide. There's a guy walking in the water. Wow, look at that, lost focus again. Now look at it. Oh man. Big time miraging. Wow, did you see that? The dolphin flipped. Look at that dolphin. Oh my goodness.
They die as soon as they mate. As soon as they mate, they die. After they die, they don't last very long. But they were made to eat.
That was awesome. Look at it. Awesome. All the water's gotten so cold. Like I say, visibility is key, and then when you start getting this mirroring, this miraging, your visibility gets worse. Things get cut off, and it is an optical illusion of things getting cut off, and it's in my opinion, it's not refraction that's causing this. The key is visibility. The better the visibility, the farther you can see, and it's pretty obvious in this footage. Even at this low perspective, that's what it takes. It just takes a good day of visibility, and this isn't really great visibility for me here in Florida either. I mean, I've had days where, my goodness, I could see one heck of a lot farther on a nice, clear, dry day. So, for me, in my most humblest opinion or honest opinion, I think really what's key is visibility. When you have this miraging, all this humidity in the air, I noticed this a lot in my videos where Rob Shakiba, showed how magnification can also cause this. I think it's a combination of things too, um, and then what causes the magnification. The mirroring effect also helps cut things off when things get magnified or the miraging starts. It creates another another effect, which is optical illusion. It's like the funhouse mirror. So there's a lot of things that I think that we can learn from observational science. And no matter what the Globers think, this is observational science. And that's what I wanted to start my channel as an observational science channel, so people could use them to observe. So, I'm going to let this go back to the audio, normal audio, and you guys decide for yourself. You're your own judge. You don't need me to tell you what to believe. If a Glover wants to believe that, we live on a ball and that this imaginary curve is real, then that's his prerogative, not mine. But I'm not going to get into debates with people over it. My observations have showed me a lot, and I've learned a lot from them. So, again, thanks for watching. I'm going to put this whole big ass video out there. If it goes through in my, if I can upload it, I will. All right, thanks a lot for watching.
Light hitting the water. All reflection. Even in the water right beside me here.
I did want to say, pay attention to at the beginning too, at the very beginning, how the boats when they were up on plane, how they looked compared to a boat that wasn't on plane. When a boat ain't on plane, it sinks in the water, which gives you a different outlook on it. When it's up on plane, you can fully see it. I also did put in some cell phone footage too to show you my surroundings as I was filming. All right, again, thanks for watching.
Go ahead and change it. There's nothing on my camera. Still the same height. I had it before.
No.
No, not outside. Shorter than a curve in the curve.
Well, we don't want to disturb him. He's going to get ready to take pictures. Did you see the dolphin that was out here earlier?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
That's what you're looking for?
Believe it or not, I was filming a boat way out there. It's a pontoon boat.
Oh, yeah?
And the dolphins were jumping out of the water.
Oh.
Right out in front of this boat. Well, it looked like it was right in front of the boat, but it's probably closer to me.
Yeah.
But because it's such a long distance, it looked like it was right in front of the boat.
Oh, cool.
But it was cool. It was cool to see the dolphins jumping.
Yeah. They were just playing with them.
Oh, yeah, diving.
That's cool.
I wasn't expecting all this water to come up in here when I came in here, but...
Oh, so the tide's coming in now.
Actually, it already came in, now it's going out.
Oh, now it's going out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Thank God. It's going to take a while for this water right here to drain now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it usually takes a while.
Okay, let's go over my...
Okay, let's go by and find Riley.
Excuse me, what are these little fish?
They're needlefish.
Oh, they're called needlefish?
Yep.
Yep, long, skinny fish or needlefish.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The young lady was spot on.
Glad to have a garbage can nearby. You know, a lot of times I come up here on this dock later in the evening.
People leave rubbish.
People leave all kinds of rubbish up there.
You know what? I think it doesn't matter where you are nowadays. People just do that.
Yeah, they don't care apparently.
Yeah.
Not theirs to clean up.
I mean, where we live back at home, we have it's a public place. We've got a big lake opposite our house. And people visit in the summer. It's very, very busy, but they don't take their rubbish away when they don't use the bins that's provided. They just seem to get to their car and leave it in the pile next to where the car was.
I even put my cigarette butts in my pocket. Now, I don't know whose cigarette butt that is, but that ain't the brand I'm smoking, so. But I got into a habit of just sticking them in my pocket, so. Yeah, mine don't even have a brand on it. Well, boy, has the mirroring started. Oh, my battery's almost dead. That means I'm about ready to go home. Come on, tell me that flag is bigger than the boat. Wow. Yep, water going in the boat. Wow.
You guys take our picture?
Sure. Nice guys.
I'm not good. The art of selfie isn't that good. So it's all you do. It's hard to see. Is the background?
You guys can delete that.
Let the miraging begin. Mirror, mirror.
Pretty glossy here, that's for sure. How do I go in the stream though?
See, the channels go way out. See them?
Yeah,
Before you can like go north or south, you gotta go way out. like 8 feet
So
away.
the dolphin fish, we're gonna go like 200 miles an hour?
You want to go into 25 foot of water, 25 miles out.
Is it really?
Yeah,
So
for every mile.
average is 1 foot per mile here.
That's the story.
That's because of our shallow water right here.
Yeah, I have to go down to Honeymoon Island to catch surf down there because it's deeper.
Yeah.
Down that way.
And you know, the thing is here is, you know, that's why we don't get a lot of hurricanes coming right in on us here because of the shallow water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what could it really do? It just lift the level. It's not gonna make waves.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get no waves the
Believe me,
East Coast.
Come out here in like 30 knot winds. It's knee, ankle high. I'm like,
You know what you gotta do is get now they do foil board windsurfing. That's really cool.
you know what? That's all I need is a new sport to bust me out.
Every,
You ever-
every 10 years you need a new sport.
You ever been out here on an extreme low with the wind blowing real hard out of the east? It literally blows the water out.
Yeah.
I was in a fishing tournament one year and the wind was coming out of the east so hard all day for 2 days. And we wound up stopping near this little island up here called Sheephead Island. And we anchored there for the night. Figured that's safe, you know, up against an island where nobody's going to run us over. we had to got run over by a mud truck because I woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning, grabbed my fishing pole and slung it out, and all I heard was thump. And I took the spotlight and I shined it, man, and there was nothing but dirt as far as your eye could see. Even the next morning when we woke up, you could see rocks, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 miles out there with your naked eye.
Yeah, I had a little
It
panga.
looked like mountains.
I had a panga and I went out, you know that little boat ramp at Hernando Beach there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got the idleways. And I went out there one day at a low tide, not like what you said, but then I realized I saw all these boulders sticking up. There's still water there. But I said, no wonder I got to stay in this channel for a half hour before I can go south down to the...
Yeah, oh yeah.
What's that island down south that I want to go to?
Hernando Beach, I've been out there where,
Yeah.
man, it was like, you better stay in that channel
You got to
today.
stay in the channel. Even at high tide, the rocks are only a foot under
So
the water.
there's no sailboats right here, are there?
There's two right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, there was some sailboats, actually some big ones that are back in Hernando Beach. There was 2 of them out there earlier I was filming.
Really?
But I got a 125 times zoom camera.
Is that digital
Yeah.
video and
Yeah,
everything?
video.
Those are cool. I see mullet. I haven't seen any fish in here.
And there's a
Where's the
couple of
redfish
jet
at?
skis right here. I don't know if you can see them on my camera, but you look out there, you can't see no jet skis.
We saw them going next to the road down there.
Yeah.
They were on the road. I don't know if that's allowed. They were hauling ass right next to the shoreline.
Yeah, they don't put many regulations on them except for these guys are stupid sometimes during scallop season. They'll buzz right by you, even though you got your flag up, your dive flag, and they're not supposed to go anywhere near you.
Yeah, I'm a lifeguard from Miami Beach, and they go out there, and we have people that go off the beach and just dive and go get lobsters, but they take a flag.
Yeah.
But all the jet skis around there are mostly rentals, and so the idea is the dive flag is something for them to aim for.
I hear you too on that. I hear you.
Yeah, they don't know. They're tourists, you know. They don't know stuff, and they say stay outside these swim buoys, but you'll see them.
Are those pilchers?
No, those are mullet right
Those are
there.
little mullet?
There's a big needlefish.
Yeah, there's needlefish, mullet.
I haven't seen these. I'm looking for
So if you're a
redfish.
There was a little mullet that was swimming in here earlier. I hope he made it back out.
Oh, he's in here?
Yeah, he came swimming up in here and he turned around and went back out.
I don't think global warming exists.
No, but it's just another way to hit you for a carbon tax.
Exactly.
See, I believe what he just said. Look, there's global warming, but what causes it, we don't know. It could be a natural thing.
It's a natural cycle, I think.
I'm
Because
hoping.
Mother Nature. Listen, if there was global warming, I fished in this area for 25 years, or over 25 years. This place would be underwater. It would literally be underwater if we had global warming. I mean, you see what happens just during a high tide. I mean, during a high tide, it
This
was...
is spring high tide too.
See,
Yeah. This is extreme, yeah.
But I don't see we paying billions of dollars to Europe when China doesn't pay and India doesn't pay, and they want us to pay. And I don't get
It's
it.
all hitting us out of our back
And they go,
pocket.
oh, you want to kill us all because, well, what if it's a natural thing? It ain't got nothing to do with it.
I think it
Figure
is
out what
natural.
causes it. Don't come to me for money.
Yeah.
I admit it's getting warmer, but I don't know why.
Well,
Bugs on me.
I got a few theories of why, but that's just theories. It's like the theory of evolution, you know, or the theory of the Big Bang.
Bernie's you got a Bernie fan.
Bernie's running away.
You know, the theory of the Big Bang, right? Who was here? There was nobody here, right? So that it's just a theory. A theory is a theory.
Yeah.
It's somebody's opinion, their educated guess. I don't believe it.
Well,
Don't feed me a line of bullshit and then expect me
I
to
didn't
think
realize
it's
till
real.
I was like 40 years old that they don't even know how gravity works.
No, it's density and buoyancy. Density and buoyancy.
I thought it had to do with
The air
I
can't.
get a basketball.
The air
everything
cannot
flies
support.
off.
The air can't support the weight of my cigarette, so it falls. Right. I get a helium balloon. I fill it up with or a balloon. I fill it up with helium. I let it go because it's lighter than air, so it floats away.
Yeah, but that's more of like the answer to the equation, but not the equation.
There's no such thing as gravity. Newton got hit in the head by an apple, and then he had to come
I feel
up.
like gravity's heavy now, man.
And then he had to come up with some lame brain excuse. Well, you take Newton's his equation of gravity, right? They say that there's only a handful of people that understand it, but the rest of us will have to believe it. Otherwise, you're mocked and ridiculed because you don't believe in gravity.
I don't know what it is. These are skeeters out here. What
Something's
the hell,
biting us.
man?
Yeah, no see-ums too. They'll eat you up.
That's why the East Coast developed first. Less bugs. My dad told me that. He said that, back when I was a kid, there was no AC, and he went to the West Coast, you got chewed. If you came to the East Coast, it wasn't quite as bad. This almost looks like the Keys to me, like the Florida Keys.
I didn't ask.
Well, I keep losing focus too.
You do any shots of like the savannas and stuff?
No, I wish I could.
No, on the way in here, I stopped on the road and
Oh.
my this phone, and then I turned them into black and whites. They're starting to call me Ansel Bennett. All right, we're gonna go paddle a spring somewhere.
You have a good one, sir.
Kyle's going.
Oh yeah. You see that fish down there? Okay, wait a minute. See if it comes over this side. It's at the corner. It's a little needle. There it is. See it? See it? It's like I have to take her glasses off to see it. Sometimes the glasses are too dark. It doesn't hold on to this.
Here comes another one.
Look, see it there? Right there. See that thing? It's real thin. It looks like a piece of grass on it. See, he's wiggling right there. Look at it. He's kind of greenish. Look at it. Oh, he's got a long wiggling nose. Wow. Coming your way, Dar. I don't know about you, but I don't.
And the wind's picking up. And it's time to go. Seagulls all along the edge here. I don't know if that came out because of the way I hit my, I didn't stop it. Let me try it again here. We're going to go down. I'll show you how that changes everything. The lower you go like a bug, the higher you come up, you see more. So everything gets cut off the lower you go down. Even look in the background there. It's perspective, people. Perspective. And then look at the clouds in this water. Look at that. palm trees, everything upside down. Hey, you live in Australia. Yeah, look at that. Okay. Still haven't changed my location. And look at this. Mirroring started. Right amount of light hitting the water. It's all reflection. Even in the water right beside me here. Still haven't changed nothing on my camera. Still the same height that I had it before.
No, not outside. Further than the curve.
Look at that.
We don't want to disturb him. He's going to get ready to take pictures. Did you see the dolphin that was out here earlier?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Believe it. Alright, here's my umbrella. Tape measure. Showing 40. It's about 41 inches. I'll give it another 3 inches to 44 inches above to my camera lens, in the middle of my camera lens. Heck, I even give it 46. We could even say 4 feet. Alright, we could say 4 feet. I'd even be happy with that, even though I know that it wasn't that much higher. I'd more or less say 44 to 45 inches. That's where I set at. Alright. Take it or leave it. But that's right to the end of the dog hair on my carpet. And include my carpets. Well, that's all I had to measure with today was an umbrella.